I just recorded like 12 minutes of video and there was no sound. What the fuck is going on with my, what is this called, photo booth? Shit. This one's probably not going to have this sound either. And let me tell you, I look really weird talking without anything coming out of my mouth. It's very strange to watch because I'm just like, I can't even tell what I'm saying. And I just said it. I can't read my lips. I don't know. I talk weird, I guess. I don't even remember what I said on it. I talked about red vines. Because red vines are inferior to Twizzlers. I thought that because I think red vines are like the original red movie candy in like skinny stick form. But, so I figured that meant they were better. No, they're really not. Twizzlers are delicious. It's 12:30 a.m. I'm awake and bored, and that's why I'm doing this. Because, what else am I gonna do? I was so tired when I got home today from the mall, and I knew that I couldn't go to sleep yet, because if I did, that was like around 7:38. If I went to sleep then, I would have woken up 2 hours later, because my body would have thought I was taking a nap and woke me up, because my body hates me, and it refuses sleep. Like a healthy person, it only wants to sleep when the sun is up, not at night when I should be sleeping. I should be nocturnal. I should be a vampire. Oh, that doesn't make any sense to you, because I was talking about Vampire Diaries in the video that I'm not posting because it has no sound. I was talking about Vampire Diaries. I got sucked into this damn show because I like Ian Somerhalder as an actor and as a being upon which to gaze, because he is beautiful. Like, have you seen him? He's beautiful. Like, I just want to touch him and do other things, but that's creepy. That's really kind of creepy. Like, yeah, I'm a creep. Whatever. So I wanted to see some of him. I don't own any, like, movies that he's in. I didn't feel like, popping in a random episode of Lost, because if I did that, no matter where in the show I put an episode on, I would end up having to rewatch the entire show because I would be so confused. If you haven't seen that show, don't do it unless you have the next, 2 months of your life to commit to it. Because it makes you insane. Every episode, I ended like this. Because I had no fucking clue what was going on. I finished the damn series, and I still don't know what happened. There's, polar bears running around in the jungle. Everybody's time traveling. I thought they were in hell the whole time. That's what I thought the show was. It's an insane show. It's good. It's really good. I'm not bashing it at all, but it drove me crazy. Yeah, so I wanted to see some of him. So I decided to give Vampire Diaries a try. I've never read the books. I don't know anything about the books. So whatever I say about the show could be totally unrelated to what the books are about. But the show is quite ridiculous. I watched one episode, the first one, and Ian Somerhalder, his character, Damon, was not really in it until the end of the episode. He just kind of jumped in the window. There was a crow flying around or some shit, and he appeared, and he was like, hey little brother, I'm back. And it's like, oh my god, he's gonna start so much trouble, ah! So, I felt cheated by that, so I watched the second episode. And by then, they had pulled me in. Because it's so ridiculous. I wanted to know what happened to these crazy characters. Because, I don't know, I just did. And it's a ridiculous show. It's like Buffy 2.0. with better effects because they don't have like those creepy, swollen, giant nose vampire faces where like their foreheads stick out to like here. They don't look like that. That's a good thing. But just like the soap opera feel about it, it's silly. It's a silly show, but I do like it. It's entertaining. This town that they live in, it's Founders Day every single day in this town, Mystic Falls. The high school doesn't care if you ever come to class. You can miss like 3 weeks in a row because you're out killing vampires, and they don't care. Because nobody does any work at school. No one does homework. Nobody takes tests. And there was only one time where somebody was doing homework. And that only served as like a tool or a device for that character to find out about vampires. That's really the only purpose of that essay that he had to write. But other than that, they don't do any schoolwork. The school itself serves as like a setting, a place for the vampires and the humans and the werewolves and the witches and all of them to meet and also to fight. And it usually happens during a dance, having something to do with Founders Day, because Founders Day never ends. They also don't care when people go missing, the town. Sometimes they do, depending on the person that's missing. Sometimes they care. But these random townspeople, apparently nobody cares about them because they're, buried in a ditch somewhere and they've never even mentioned it. They went to Florida. That's what they did. Some of the characters, that's the story that's there. Like, they're dead, so what's the story? Where did they go? Oh, they went to Florida. They left an email. That's not suspicious at all that, you never hear from them again after they leave this creepy, weird email saying, hey, I'm going to Florida. See you later. Don't mind all the stuff that I left behind. I don't need it in Florida. It's crazy. And when they kill people or vampires or anyone, when anyone dies, it's probably not for real when they die. You have to die at least like 4 times on the Vampire Diaries before it sticks. They'll like stake vampires and then, somebody pulls the stake out a week later and suddenly, oh my god, I'm alive again, except I'm not really alive because I'm a vampire, so I'm dead alive. Or some of these humans have rings that they can't be killed or something, so they die and then they're not dead. And everybody's drinking vampire blood, so even if you kill a human and they don't have one of those rings on, you gotta be careful because you're probably gonna wake up and suddenly be a vampire. Because people just drink vampire blood for shits and giggles in this town. And they're like drinking all this weird herbal shit that apparently scares away vampires, or like it tastes bad to them or something, or smells bad. I don't really know. And nobody stays dead. They're not very thorough. So, it's a crazy show. I don't even remember the way it ended, but I'm sure it ended ridiculously, the second season. They're on like pause or whatever for the summer, so we'll see what happens next season. Who knows? Some of the dead people might come back to life again. I don't know. But I bet the actors, when they like read the script, they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh well, I'll be back next week, because this isn't gonna stay, right? It's like Dallas, right? Is that the show? Was Dallas the show where somebody died and then they brought him back to life and said that it was all a dream? I think it was Dallas. I don't know, but that's funny. I'm so bored. Oh, at the mall today, when I went to take my computer in, since I didn't have to pay anything, I thought I was going to have to buy a new battery and a new adapter. The lady told me that I didn't need a new battery because it doesn't hurt the computer to live off the power adapter. So I don't really need a battery unless I wanted to walk around without a cord, which I never did go anywhere with this thing, so it doesn't matter. So I didn't have to pay anything. I was expecting I was paying like, in my head it was like $160. Nothing. Because the Apple people are awesome and amazing. And Natasha is the best genius in the world because she gives me free adapters. So since I didn't spend that money, I bought these bad boys. Check them out. I'm obsessed with wedges lately. I'm obsessed with shoes. I have a shoe problem. I have a spending problem, but especially shoes. Mostly because they're beautiful, and I have cute feet, and also I have tiny feet, which means none of my friends can borrow them. All mine. All my friends have big feet. I don't know why, but I have little Cinderella feet, so all mine. They're beautiful. They were pretty cheap, considering that they're guests. I'm quite happy about them, and really excited to wear them. Even though I don't really do anything ever. Yeah, I think that was about all I talked about in the video that will never be posted because it has no sound. I talked about bones a little bit, but I'll leave that for another day of boredom. I suppose I should sleep, maybe. I work at 9:30 tomorrow, or I guess today, but I just don't want to. I wish I had hummus. Hummus is yummus, and I like to eat it at like 1 in the morning. Alright, I'm going to stop talking because no one's watching this. I'm doing this for my own entertainment. Purely my satisfaction. So yeah, I'm going to end this. But hopefully someone will watch it and find me amusing, because I amuse me. Maybe someone else is amused by me or laughing at me. It's possible too. Like, look at that crazy chick with her lipstick and her skunk stripe and whatever the fuck is hanging in the background. I honestly don't know what people think of me from the outside. I wonder. I wish I could be someone else for a day to watch me, to see what I would think of me, I guess. Yeah. I don't know how that would work. It's not like Freaky Friday, because then I'd still be me, but in another body. I would want another person's brain to watch me as me. So I would need to, like, duplicate myself and watch myself. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that wouldn't work. Well, obviously it wouldn't work. But that would be nice, because I don't know how I am perceived. I'd like to see myself through someone else's eyes. That would be interesting. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm boring even myself. Alright. Goodbye. Good night.